country that I'm going to be presenting about is Brazil. My name is Cole Hill. So first thing I'm going to talk about is social customs. This is a picture of two women greeting each other, which I'll talk about in a second. First thing that I will mention is strangers are accepted in a friendly manner. There's also shady parts of the country, just like any other country you might visit, but typically strangers or visitors or tourists are accepted in a friendly manner. Greetings are very important when it comes to business meetings or comes to greeting friends or family. The main thing that one needs to remember is men typically shake hands always, but women, if you're closer related or friends, they typically kiss one's cheek. But if it's business related for a woman, it's just shake hands just like men. So conversations are also very important when it comes to daily life or business meetings. In a business scenario, you do not want to immediately start talking about business itself. You just want to talk about yourself or your family or anything other than the business meeting until you familiarize yourself and your coworkers with everyone. And in a regular daily conversation, you do not want to talk about business. So anything outside of business, don't mention it. Also, you don't want to talk about politics, or you don't want to talk about religion unless it's stated that beforehand that you can talk about it. So invitations are also very important. If you receive an invitation to a person's home, you always want to make sure you bring a gift with you to that homeowner, and also you want to make sure you're always late. So typically here you try to show up early or on time, but it's considered rude if you show up early to an event or to an invitation to one's home. So make sure you show up at least 15 to 30 minutes late to whatever time you're specified, and maybe if it's a bigger party, show up to an hour late. So next thing I'm going to talk about is housing, clothing, and food. This is a picture of some of the housing located in Brazil. The housing locations are typically, they go based off of wherever your family lives. They're a big family country. They like to stay close to each other, but it's also very crowded because of this. There's a lot of areas that are very crowded, but there's some spaced out areas like some big businesses, but the cities itself with the actual population, they like to live side by side, as this picture shows. Fashion is also pretty popular there. Their daily attire, they like to be in bright clothes, but also they like to be in comfortable clothes, maybe some suggestive clothing like bikinis, but they make sure that it's comfortable. But in a business attire, it's pretty straightforward. They're always wearing suits for the men, and women also wear suits, but they're permitted to wear skirts as well, as long as they're long enough past their knees. So the food origin comes from an African origin and Portuguese, but it's mainly based around Portugal. So family life is the central social structure of Brazil. It's probably the most important aspects of life in Brazil. It has to do with the housing location, like I said in the previous slide. Where the entire family lives is all based around where they came from and where their extended family lives. Family connections are also very important because this is where you find work. This is where you have a network of connections throughout your daily life and throughout your future for your life. And your family will help out with that. And sports is also very important, specifically soccer. Soccer is very popular there and is played in most families, pretty much every family, whether you're a little kid or an old man. So religion is also very important in a Brazilian's life. There's about 70% of Brazilians that are Catholics, and over 90% of the entire population is affiliated with some type of religion. So very religious country. Now the carnival is a very important holiday for them. It's basically a festival that lasts 4 days, and it's specified for the Catholics, but it's just a celebration for the Roman Catholics living over there in Brazil. So in conclusion, if you're gonna visit Brazil, definitely learn Portuguese or have some type of translator. The slides covered social customs, housing, clothing, and food, family life, and religion. And if there's any questions, take them now. That's it. Thank you.